Hey everybody, this is D Hunter, bringing another action figure review. Today, we're going to look at the Mafex Batman Hush Harley Quinn. This is a very traditional, classic looking Harley Quinn in the 6-inch scale. She's from the Batman comic storyline Hush. I ordered my figure from AmiAmi.com. They shipped it, arrived today. If you're ordering your figures from Big Bad Toy Store or one of the American sites, you're probably paying way too much for your Mafex figures. I suggest checking out AmiAmi. Pre-order them there, cheaper, and you get them faster. It's a win-win. So let's check out the packaging. As you can see, Batman Hush. Here's Harley Quinn. Harley Quinn, Batman Hush version, Mafex, DC, Medicom Toys. Here she is in the package. Mallet, ton of hands, some other stuff in there. We'll check all that out shortly. One side, Batman Hush. On the back, here she is. Ton of different display options, ton of articulation, different heads. She is the 162nd Mafex figure. At the bottom, got a bunch of credits, and there is a barcode, if that helps anybody. So without further ado, let's open her up. And of course, I did get two of these figures, one of which you open and enjoy, and one to keep unopened in my complete, unopened, Batman-related action figure collection. Alright, now that we got this figure out of the package, here she is with all of her accessories laid out. She comes with a display stand, 8 alternate hands, totaling 10 interchangeable hands, a total of 3 heads, 2 alternate feet, with some bouncy sort of pogo things on the bottom, and then Harley Quinn's signature mallet. But before we take a look at those, let's talk about and check out the actual figure. So this is Harley Quinn for the Batman comic Hush. It's a classic, iconic, traditional looking Harley Quinn, and I thank them for that. We have so many modern versions, and I enjoy all versions of Harley Quinn, but the classic iconic is the one that's most closest to my heart. She's the 6-inch scale, should scale up pretty good with Marvel Legends, SH Figure Arts, other Hasbro stuff, etc. Going to be a little bit smaller than DC Universe Classics and Mezco. We'll get into size comparisons later. Right now, let's take a look at her. Harley Quinn here. She's got that jester outfit. Sort of ear things are hanging down below. All 3 of her heads are like that. It would be nice to have one with those things hanging upward. I'm sure there's a name for that sort of hat, but I don't know what it is. She kind of has a domino mask, white face, red lips, that sort of jester thing. Definitely not a necklace. There's also a name for this. I cannot think of it for the life of me. Harley Quinn diamonds all over her outfit, looking very nice. She's a very glossy paint job. Looks very clean, sharp and crisp. Little ruffles around her wrists. Looks like double jointed elbows, double jointed knees. Overall, she's a winner. Can't wait to put her with the Hush Joker. And here she is, broken down as far as she can go, with all of her removable parts detached. And just a closer look at her face and head sculpt. That is the classic Harley Quinn I'm familiar with. Just wouldn't mind having an alternate head with a jester hat a little bit upward. Now let's check out her accessories, and let's start off with the display stand. Here's her display stand. There are a total of 6 pieces. 3 of them are required for the actual stand, and then you have some alternate pieces to help support her. When the 3 pieces are put together, this is how the display stand will look. You've got a large base to support it. It's got 3 holes, so you can put the post anywhere in the stand you want. At the bottom of the post, it has rotation. It's hinged in the middle, hinged at the top, has rotation at the top, and it has a clamp to hold your figure. Now let's look at her hands. She has a total of 10 of them. Here she is with her first pair of hands. These are her fists. Here's her second pair of hands. These are some pointing hands. Each one has her index finger pointing. Here's her third pair of hands. These are a couple of gripping hands. They should hold her mallet. I notice she doesn't have any trigger finger hands. That's because she doesn't come with a gun in any way, shape, or form. Warner Brothers has a no gun mandate. No officially licensed DC figures are allowed to come with guns. And that sucks. She should have a little pop gun or something. Here's her next pair of hands. These are some open hands. Fingers completely extended. And here's her final pair of hands. These hands will look good relaxed at her sides. Just some regular normal looking hands. Now let's look at her heads. She has 3 of them. One has a smiling head, one has a normal expression, and one has kind of an angry expression. Here's her first head. This one has the normal expression. This will be my default head for her. Then her second head. This one has the smiling expression. And here's her third head. This one has the anger expression. She looks like she's almost snarling. Now let's look at her shoes, her feet. She has 2 regular shoes and 2 bouncy shoes. Here she is with her regular shoes on. And here she is with her bouncy shoes. They have these giant springs on the bottom. Now let's look at her mallet. The top, silver and red. The handle's silver and pretty thin. Not bad looking. Here she is, holding her mallet. She can hold it with either one hand or with 2. Now one accessory she didn't come with and I wish she did was a little pop gun like this. Here's this Harley holding the Mattel DC Universe Classics Harley pop gun. One of these signature Harley weapons. Now that we've taken a pretty good look at both the figure and her accessories, now let's check out her height. From bottom to the top of her head, she's standing at about 6.0, maybe 6.1 inches tall, which can translate to about 15.5 centimeters. Now let's check out her articulation. Starting with her head here, of course, you're going to rotate from side to side, up and down about that far. Pretty good range of motion in her head here. She's articulation at the top of the neck and at the bottom of the neck. Shoulders, ball joint, goes out a little bit less than 90 degrees. Up, down, around, all that good stuff. She's got a butterfly joint between her shoulder and chest area, increasing the range of motion. Bicep cut below that. Double jointed elbows, but they don't go in that far. Her wrist can rotate, and it's going to be hinged as well. Ball joint her torso, rotate around, forward and back. Another one her waist, rotate around, forward and back, giving her pretty good range of motion to her torso area. You get a lot more here in the torso than in the waist. Legs completely do the splits. Ball joints, rotation, decent. Legs go forward that far, back, not much. Double jointed knees below that. Then her ankle here, forward and back, rotate, tilt, rock, and toe articulation. Here's Harley Quinn in front of a carousel with the Joker behind her. Now let's check her out next to some other action figures. Starting off with some other Harley Quinn figures. Here's the Mafex Hush Harley Quinn next to the older DC Direct Hush Harley Quinn. Similar design. DC Direct's a little bit taller. Mafex is way more articulated. Now I want to check her out next to some of my regular Jester Suit iconic Harley Quinn figures. And I'll start off my comparisons with some of these smaller ones I have and work my larger. Here she is, next to the DC Direct Batman the Animated Series and the new Batman Adventures Harley Quinn. Then, with the DC Direct DC Icons Harley Quinn. And here she is, next to the Mattel DC Universe Classics Harley Quinn. Then, next to the Mezco 112 Collective Harley Quinn. And here she is, next to the DC Direct DC Essentials Harley Quinn. Then, with the DC Direct Arkham Knight Classic Harley Quinn. Here's the Mafex Harley Quinn, next to a DC Direct DC Designer Series Amanda Connor Harley Quinn. And now, with the McFarlane DC Multiverse Harley Quinn. Here are all of my traditional Jester Suit Harley Quinn figures. They all look really good. Probably my favorites are going to be the Arkham Knight Classic Harley Quinn and the DC Universe Classics Harley Quinn. Those have just been staples of my collection for a long time. And then next would probably be the DC Essentials Harley Quinn. Now let's check her out next to some other Mafex Hush figures. Here she is next to the Mafex Hush Batman. In fact, here she is with all 3 variations of the Mafex Hush Batman. And here, with the Mafex Hush Joker. Match made in heaven. Here she is, next to the Mafex Hush Superman. Then, with the Mafex Hush Catwoman, which surprisingly doesn't seem to share any parts with the Mafex Harley Quinn. And here she is, next to the Mafex Hush version of Hush, both Thomas Elliott and Jason Todd. Here's the entire Mafex Batman Hush collection so far. Collection is turning out really nice. We still have Nightwing, Huntress, and Poison Ivy upcoming. Can't think of any that I'm forgetting. Really hoping for a Tim Drake Robin. And some more Rogues. Now let's check her out. Next to a few more Mafex figures. Here are all 4 versions of the Mafex Harley Quinn. The one on the far right with the gold overalls. That one also came out very recently. These are Margot Robbie Harley Quinn figures from Suicide Squad and Birds of Prey. And here she is. Next to a couple of Mafex, The Dark Knight Rises Catwoman figures. Here are all of the different Mafex DC female characters that I have. Harley Quinn and Catwoman. Can't wait to add Poison Ivy and Huntress to the mix. Here's Harley Quinn, next to several more Mafex Batman figures. Then, next to several more Mafex Joker figures. Here she is, and next to a bunch of custom Harley Quinn thugs in my collection. These are based off a look from Batman, Arkham City, the Harley Quinn DLC. Now let's check her out, next to some action figures from different various companies, to see how she fits in both scale and style-wise, in case you know which lines you can mix her with. Since she's a Mafex figure, they're typically the 6-inch scale. I'm going to start off my comparisons with some of the smaller action figure lines I collect, and work my way larger, and I'm going to include as many Harley figures as I can during these comparisons. Here she is, next to some Jazzwares Fortnite figures. And here she is, next to some SH Figure Arts Harley Quinn figures. Then, with some Hasbro Marvel Legends. And here she is, next to some of her Mafex brothers and sisters. Then, with some more Mafex figures. Then, next to some Mattel, DC Universe Classics, and Multiverse Harley Quinn figures. And now, here's just Harley Quinn, next to the tape measure I use to measure the figures in most of my videos. And here she is, next to some Mezco 112 collective figures. And now, with some Jazzwares AEW wrestlers. Then, next to some Mattel wrestling figures. And here she is, standing with some NECA figures. Then, next to some DC Direct and DC Collectibles Harley Quinn figures. And now, next to some McFarlane DC Multiverse figures. And here she is, next to some DST or Diamond Select toys. And finally, next to some Jakks Pacific wrestling figures. Overall, she's a pretty nice Harley Quinn figure. A little bit smaller than I personally would like. My ideal scale is 7-inch. I do have both a 6-inch and 7-inch collection, and she's a very nice addition to the 6-inch scale. The figure looks good, she's very glossy, she's almost super articulated. Her accessories are plentiful, although I wish she came with both a gun and another head with a jester ball sticking upward. All that being said, if I were to rate this figure, I'm going to give her a 7 out of 10. If she was a little bit bigger, probably push her to the 8 out of 10 range, but she's a very nice figure. I'm probably underrating her. Let's bump that up to a 7.5. It is a very nice figure. Solid addition to the Hush collection. Cannot wait for the next few figures. So this is D Hunter. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you liked the video, press like below. If you have anything you want to say about the video, add to the comment section. If you want to see additional action figure reviews from me, press subscribe. I do appreciate when you do that. Once again, this is D Hunter. Thank you guys for watching this video, and I will talk to you guys real soon.